Those first few moments when you sail offshore after a long time on land, when you feel the salt spray on your face, the wind carrying that sharp and alive smell, the very extreme motion, and the sight of an unending wasteland, you suddenly drop the rose-colored cliche concepts of what you want sailing to be, and you remember all the things you actually love and hate about sailing offshore. It's a complicated passion. It can be at times thrilling.
And dude, like that was amazing.
At times overwhelming, and at times downright nauseating.
I've thrown up a couple times today.
And after a year of preparation, planning, and projects, the day has finally come. Today, we leave Beaufort, North Carolina for the first leg of our Atlantic crossing, 600 nautical miles to the Island of Bermuda. What are you doing, Steve?
I am trying to pull out some pork for dinner tomorrow night.
So you guys did maybe too good of a job packing the freezer? I'm saying you did good. I'm saying you're an excellent freezer packer.
Yep.
Yeah. Steve, I gotta say, we picked the right guy to pack meat.
I am the best meat packer.
How you feeling, buddy?
Ready to sail. Dang it, I missed it.
You missed it, buddy. Is it? You missed it!
I missed it. Ask me again, how am I feeling? Ready to sail.
How you feeling, Steve?
Feeling good. We are ready to go. I think everything is set up, and yeah, there's like a certain excitement and giddiness. I think we all slept pretty well last night, which is nice, right?
Yeah.
Let's light the candle on this. Let's get going.
You ready? Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
You feeling ready?
Yeah.
You feeling pukey?
Hydrated?
Nope.
I'm feeling like we should do this. Let's slip that line. Sound good?
Hell yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, we're clear. The wind is pretty light in here, which is actually kind of nice for now, but hopefully it picks up once we get out there so we can do some sailing. What do you think, baby? Enjoy the foredeck because you're not coming out here again.
Stand by. Okay, slowly, go, go, go. Yeah, you're good. You're past it. So, safety meeting time?
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, safety meeting. No time for peeing, this is safety time. All right, so safety meeting. Gonna go over a couple things. The big things are wear our life jacket harnesses once we go outside. So when we go forward, we no longer have side deck jack lines to clip into. After talking with John Kretschmer, we decided to have midship or near midship jack lines like this right here. I physically can't fall off the boat. At no point in the system should you be able to clip in and fall overboard, because that's actually making the situation worse if you were to fall overboard, because you could drown. And so in a way, at that point, clipping in is like a false sense of security. So I tend to agree with this point, where it's better to have periods where you're not clipped in and to know it in your head, and so to hold on to things with that knowledge that you're not protected in any way. Obviously, all of our tethers have quick releases, so that if we do somehow fall over while we're clipped in and we're drowning, we can just pull that and then be released. Man overboard drill, we'll do a quick heave to. That way, if somebody falls overboard, make a really loud noise if you fall overboard. Our man overboard alarm will go off. Once we get close to them, we've got like a throwing line. So you detach this bag from the rail and throw it, it floats, and then we'll deploy the stern ladder, and that's how they'll get back on. But I think the most important thing to recognize is what John Kretschmer talked about, which is that man overboard is not just like this thing that we can do if somebody falls overboard. Man overboard is an absolute like catastrophe. If we do need to abandon ship, everything is under here. It's easy because the only stuff that isn't abandoned ship gear is the lines. And so pretty much if it's not a line, grab it and take it out.
And the water is so clear and calm that you can see through all these different levels of jellyfish and little critters. It's pretty neat.
I know, but you gotta wait for it over there. How are things going for you?
How's baby doing?
He's good. He's very nuzzly.
Yeah.
I think he might be slightly seasick, so he gets real sleepy, and then I get to just nuzzle prisoner him. Blink once if you want out.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. Queasy a little bit if I do stuff down below, but up here I feel great.
What's cooking, chef?
We've got barbecued pulled pork, and we're gonna do up a quick coleslaw here as well. And then we're gonna have that on toasted buns.
Is little buddy your sous chef?
Oh yeah, no, he's great at making sure that I know exactly where I need to place my feet because he's usually there.
Well, thanks a lot for cooking, Steve.
You
Appreciate
got it,
it, buddy.
guys. Be out soon.
Well, it's my first night watch. It's about 11:15. Steve took the first watch. Right now the wind has picked up to like 6.5 knots. And I think it's just enough wind to be able to sail really slowly in. So I've had the engine in neutral for like 5 minutes now, and I'm just monitoring the speed. And Jordan said as long as we stay above 3 knots, we can sail. I'm gonna go ahead and kill the engine and see how long we can sail for. Feeling of killing the engine and just finally hearing just the ocean and like the waves lapping against the hull. Oh, that's nice. All right, this is awesome. We are going like 7.5 knots right now. The wind picked up to like 13. No engine. Woo!
All right, so it's my watch. It's 3 in the morning. I've been on for about an hour now. Yeah, I've been kind of feeling like off and on queasy. Nothing bad, but just not great. But the stars are like so amazing right now.
All right, good morning. Day 2. It's been interesting being pregnant and seasick at the same time because it just kind of like intensifies the seasickness, but I haven't thrown up yet, so that's good. So a friend of mine was saying, hey, listen, if you get to Bermuda and realize you don't want to do the rest of the crossing, I can come and crew for you and you could just fly to the Azores. But it's funny because that hasn't really crossed my mind as an option yet, as like there's like these 10-minute moments of just like feeling really accomplished or seeing a really beautiful view, or when the sea calms down for a little bit and being able to like cook one little thing. It just feels so good. It makes up for all the crappiness.
All right, so wind's picking up. I actually think what we might do is actually douse the Genoa and sail with just the stay sail. I think we might sail a little bit better with that.
Alright, well, I am down below, and I've been down here for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours. Motion is a lot less jarring, but man, we were still really rolly. When the wind picked up, we had the main hatch right there open, because it's a midship, and usually we don't get water coming there, but we got drenched in a wave. Also, the V-berth hatch is actually underneath the dinghy, and so we had it open as well because it'd be really hard to get water under there. But of course, we got nailed by a big wave and just like water inundated the V-berth. I forgot to close my seacock in the V-berth sink, and I also stored all of my like favorite sailing gear in little bags on top of the sink. And so my delightful, beautiful, dry and clean sailing gear was just sitting in a pool of salt water. This is gonna be my outfit for the next 4 days. It's gonna get a little stinky.
I've thrown up a couple times today.
Yeah.
You know, overall though, like my spirits are good. I'm kind of like accustomed to being seasick, I feel like, so it doesn't like get me down, you know?
Yeah, me neither. I'm pretty tough.
Yeah?
Have you eaten anything today, bud?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want some bread?
To be honest, no. I'm just trying to sip water so I get it in me, you know what I mean? Because I've thrown up a lot of water today. I might try to eat dinner or something, you know?
All right. Well, morale on deck seems good.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because we've worked so hard just to get to this moment. And like for the last year, we've just been like dreaming we could be here. And it's funny because here is difficult and stressful and a little nauseating. But it's still pretty cool that we're here. Well, looks like the sun is gonna be setting soon. Yeah, the seas are still super rolly, man. But we're going like 4.5, 5 knots in the right direction. It's blowing like 16 knots of wind right now. So I'm just holding on. So although the seas were a bit confused and the motion was uncomfortable, the winds were fairly light and we even wondered if we should put more sail out. But just after my watch ended, the winds picked up and Steve was glad we were reefed and ready for it.
We are making headway, and the boat's moving really well considering what's going on out here.
I went to the bathroom at one point and I could hear like the howling of the wind and I was like, oh my
Yeah, I think we took solid gusts to 30 plus. So really happy we had the second reef and really happy we had the stay sail out.
Ooh, all right. It's funny because I first got up here and like the boat felt kind of crazy and the weather felt kind of crazy, but now I'm just kind of like looking out at the water and the bioluminescence and like sinking into how fast we're going, and actually kind of peaceful because all I have to do is just hold on and let Atticus 2 do its thing. Having a moment of light in the darkness.
Whew. Okay, well, it's like 6 a.m. I've been on watch since 5, and I think this is the beginning of day 3, and man, like both days Ray and I have been like pretty seasick off and on throughout the trip. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, I feel like we just kind of lost our sea legs, I guess. Anyway, it's a pretty morning. We're harder on the wind than I wish we were. That's a lot of why it's so uncomfortable right now. The wind is supposed to shift and lighten a little bit, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, I'm so thankful that the wind and the current are finally more or less in the same direction. The water is just like this beautiful blue sparkly color. The sun is out. Steve's down below cooking some delicious smelling chicken. So I'm really so excited for a hot meal. Haven't had a real meal in like 24 hours. Anyway, I'm just sitting up here, finally looking around and really appreciating where we are. Feeling optimistic and alive. That was a rough couple of days, man. You're my hero. That's very, very good. Thank you.
Well, I'm finally feeling better, which is great. 6 hours ago, I would look at this and be like, oh. Like we say a lot about passages, like I feel like the parts of it that are difficult and like the comforts and conveniences that you give up voluntarily, like give us such a new appreciation for a lot of the good things in our lives. So like right now I'm just appreciating feeling fine and like getting to watch the ocean go by.
Alright, well, day 3 sunset is really pretty. The sky is just a mixture of these like pinks and purples and blues. I guess this is why we do it, right? What you doing down there, bud?
Oh,
Just took my first shower of the trip.
How do you feel?
A lot better.
Yeah.
All right, baby, do you want to take a shower?
We might need one. So Steve is making some pasta down below. So Osa and I are up here on roller alert. Medium, try to call it so that he doesn't get scalding hot water all over himself. Thank you so much.
Yeah, good job, Steve. That was impressive cooking,
Good
man.
teamwork. Cheers, cheers.
It is kind of funny how I've settled into just being dirty. Maybe I'm just good at being non-hygienic.
Not entirely sure that everybody on this boat would agree with you.
Have you guys brushed your teeth lately?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, me too. I gotta do that. Good job. Look at those sea legs. Alright, it is our, I think, 4th morning. The sun's getting ready to come up, so the sky's just lightening up. Sea state is so pleasant. It's pretty calm out, so I'm gonna try to go down below and grab my toothbrush. Maybe do a little tooth cleaning. So fresh and so clean. It's probably the prettiest setting I've ever brushed my teeth to. Oh man, this morning is just getting better and better. It's like so cool and crisp right now in the air. The sun's coming up and just like kissing the sails. The water's really blue and I'm just thinking about everything I'm grateful for. And I wanted to thank our patrons for making this dream of ours possible. You guys have stuck with us through all of our ups and downs. Thank you guys so much for all of your messages and encouragement and support. And a lot of you came to the boat to wish us well on our journey, which is happening right now. And if you'd like to track our trips like this in the future, something that we do for our patrons is we give them our private Predict Wind tracking link so that you can follow along on our journey minute by minute in real time and see exactly where we are, exactly what kind of winds we're experiencing, what our boat speed is, and then when we're not too seasick, we also have been trying to do as many text updates as possible on that tracking link. We're all not seasick. So yeah, if you want to kind of stay up to date on what's happening on Atticus as we bob around in the big blue, you can become a patron and check out our tracking link. And yeah, I just want to thank you guys out there for watching our videos and supporting us. We really couldn't do it without you. What's up? Good morning. You want to come out and play? Alright, well, I had a pretty uneventful watch so far. It looks like some clouds are filling in behind us. Kind of daunting because we do have our full Genoa, full staysail, and a partially reefed main up.
How'd I look?
Really good.
Alright.
And just like that, calm's over.
Alright, so the squall has kind of calmed down, but now it's raining. And it's actually really nice. Like the wind is moderated, the seas are like pretty calm. I guess it's day 4. I'm kind of losing track. But like I'm feeling really good. Like I'm not feeling seasick at all. Like seeing this really pretty squall pass overhead and then now like getting a fresh water like hitting my face. I don't know, something about it feels really good. It looks like we might arrive in Bermuda tomorrow afternoon. Well, I think I'm gonna get the Genoa up. The wind's calmed down a lot and it's obvious that the squall's passing us. So I got little buddy up here with me. He was whining and looking at something. I wasn't sure what it was. And it looks like there's a flying fish or some kind of fish that ended up on deck.
What is it? When you give him sardines, does it have bones in it?
We do have a floating knife.
We found a reason to use the floating knife.
So Osa's the first one to get sushi, not us. Lucky little dog. All right, well, I am feeling like $1,000,000. So it is cleaning day, dishes day, hot lunch day.
Let's
going on, buddy?
Well, I got a little seasick from trying to post a patron update, so I decided to lay down a little bit and play with the fur baby. He's got a lot of energy.
Yeah, it's funny because Oso was basically reacting to the conditions the same way that we did, laying around and sleeping most of the time. But now he's finally got some pep in his step.
He's alive! Nuzzle prisoner! Yes, you are! Yes, you are! I gotcha. What are you gonna do when we hit land, buddy?
Take Oso for a walk.
I know this is silly, but I'm most excited to clean the boat. It's starting to get like a smell to it. Or again, maybe that's just me. I still need to take my shower.
I'll do the dishes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's a deal. Put her there, pal. Nice doing business with you.
I don't want to take any credit for this. All I did was just bring it out.
Success with lunch, but a little seasick. All right, we just have some Thai shrimp curry.
Smells amazing.
Thank you
Good
very
job,
much.
buddy.
Awesome.
We're good, huh?
Perfect.
It's so funny how much more effort cooking underway takes than a normal meal.
Yeah, like even if you're not seasick.
Yeah, I felt great, and then by the end, I'm like going in the pots and pans and digging through the spices. I'm just like, am I gonna throw up?
Well, thanks a lot for cooking such good meals, guys. I certainly appreciate it.
Thanks for being a good captain.
Yeah, so it looks like there's a squall coming our way, and it's getting closer and closer. We're probably going to take the edge of it, but we're still going to get clipped by some of it.
Batten down the hatches.
I'd say it's time to batten down the hatches.
Squalls at sea on a sailboat can be a tricky thing to deal with. As the great Captain Moran once said,
They come on you fast, and they leave you fast.
so when the squall hit with super strong winds, we rushed to reef all the sails, but by the time we were finished, the wind just completely died.
All right, well, the winds have really calmed down and they totally changed direction. So now they're coming pretty much directly behind us. So we've got the mainsail up, we've got the engine on, we're going like 6 or 7 knots. Hopefully the wind will pick up again because that was some really nice sailing before. What time is it, buddy?
Fish time. This was called the big tuna because the tuna are running. Man, it's hard to believe that like we're doing the same activity technically that we were doing like yesterday and the day before that. Like it's so calm, it's so pleasant. We're still sailing to Bermuda, but it's super enjoyable. Now part of that's just me feeling better, not being seasick, but a lot of it's just the motion. I mean, we got like 10 knots of wind on like the starboard quarter, and it's just like unbelievably calm out here. Tomorrow by this time we'll be approaching Bermuda and probably be getting in after dark. It kind of blows me away how cruising and sailing does this, where it's like the minute you think like, why am I doing this? Like if you just keep doing it, it turns around and you just have this like incredible experience. Like this is amazing. I don't know where on the planet I would rather be right now than just hanging out here on the foredeck, cruising along in the North Atlantic. It was so cool.